Hello all and welcome to Slaying channel. So in this video I will be sharing the guide of how to up your CP level from 300k to 400k. So the first thing that is very important, so before jumping into the main topic itself, so in the last video I have talked about like following all those instructions, like how you could do the records to up your CP, your achievement. And in this video itself I won't be focused much on that piece, because once you have reached 300k, what you will need to focus on is much more on the power up, the Tetro puzzle here. So what you can do is basically getting this puzzle fixed, and you can see some of it I already got some stars, and the completion rate, let's say 78. Let me just go in deep on this one here. So let's say if you have the puzzle itself, so puzzle is something that you can obtain from some quests, or even like from the challenge. If you go into the dimensional and go into the tier 2 boss itself, it gives you some puzzle pack here, so you could get the green one. It also dropped the orange one or the purple one as well. So do some quests and try to get the puzzle itself first. And let's go back to the Tetro. So why I say that you should focus on the Tetro and make sure that you complete it. So this is because if you have applied the puzzle itself, each puzzle gives you a certain amount of CP. But if you have completed the whole puzzle set itself, you can see on the left hand side that is the completions that applies. So it based on the lower piece puzzle. So if let's say for this little trick here, make sure that you use your greatest puzzle on it, because it applies the lower grade. So if your lowest grade is only 1 star, then of course the bonus CP will only give you at the 1 star level, which is here. So bonus CP 123. So if you've done the completion, you will get additional bonus CP on top of it. So this is 123, and if you get 2 star you get the 300 and so on. So that's why if you have a great kind of puzzle piece, put it into this one here, because it's only needed 4 pieces here, and it's quite easy to complete. Same for the others. So if you have any kind of good puzzle in future, you can just directly replace it into it. So greater star give you greater rewards. Just replace all the 1 star. Let's say for this one here I have 2 1 stars. So if I get any kind of good puzzle that is 2 star, for this 2 here, the same pattern, I just have to replace it and I will automatically get the 2 star bonus, which is adding quite some as well. And you can see the overall bonus CP is calculated from these Tetro piece that you have, and then it also add up from the set grade. So if you see the one that this one here, I do not have any completion set CP, not even a 1 star. So if I got 1 star, I will get bonus and additionals on it itself. Yeah, you sure will get some of the additionals puzzle that could not fit into it, because we still have a lot of things that is not being unlocked. So what you can do next is, after this 4 puzzle here, you will see that one of it is actually requires melon page, and then you will have the deer page and etc. So what you can do with the melon page itself is, when you click onto it, you will see that it's saying that adventure record specialty. So when you move to the specialty page itself, if you go down with this one here, and when you click on the rewards, if you earn enough 10 star, you will unlock the melon page, so forth. So as for the following ones, you will get some Tetro puzzle pack. You can always check on which of it give you the unlock functions. Like this one here, you will get the deer page, and you get some Tetro pieces from yeah, from the specialty itself. So that's why I say focus on it. You will get the rewards, and it just boosts your CP directly from the Tetro. And one of the thing about the Tetro is that if you go into the last one itself, let me just go back to the page. Last one. So sometimes, as I say, in the dimensional, you will get the green piece there. So you can see this is the only thing that using the green piece. And if you click on this natural page, and it's actually a reward getting from the dimensional border shop. So if you kill the green dragon itself, you get enough of this one corrupted natural essence. And once you have reached 20 essence, remember the first thing that you need to get is this one here, so that you can unlock that features that you can put the Tetro into that specific slot to increase your CP. So this is all about Tetro. For much more in-depth, just explore it yourself. And the second piece that I would say is on also the power up. You will see the heart star. So a lot of you guys saying that how do I add my heart star, which should I focus, blah blah blah. I would say just distribute it equally, because every map have different kind of elemental mobs there. So I would say just focus equally, and whenever you have the enough kind of material to upgrade it, just click on it and upgrade. And once you have reached a certain end, so this is actually the fire, and you will see the fire attack, and this is the water elements and also the earth elements. So it breaks into 3 different paths. But once you have reached a certain path, you will see that it requires the star aura, and this is some kind of things that it's hard to get. So you can get it from the familiar itself. Every day when you go into the familiar forest, they will giving you gift, but then it's actually also randomly giving you out the aura. And the second thing that how you could get the aura, of course, is from the fusion spot itself. Let me just go into my bag and find an aura for the informations. You can always click on the item and click on the source, so you can see how you can get it. So few spots. And then the third one is actually from the defeat familiar adventure boss. So what you can do is, in your familiar adventure world itself, every 6 hours it will refresh the map. So the main thing that we want to focus in this adventure world, we have 4 free tickets there, is that you should focus on Territe, prism, and also obsidian, which is something that you can use to donate to the guild. But then if you have enough obsidian or prism, then just ignore these 2, just focus on the Territes. And if you would like to add for your hot star itself, is that when you go into the map itself, so right now my highest level is actually grade 4. So what you should do is just focus on the highest grade first, before going for the 2 times, because the higher grades actually give better rewards, and then the 2 times is actually consuming double of the coupon. So it really depends. So let's see, I got 10 Territes from this one. I think this is quite good, so because Territes doesn't appear on the map often, so yeah, I got 1 Territe here, and this is it. And for 8 Territes here, so you could see the reason why this grade 2 is giving 8, and the one that grade 1 is giving 10 is because it's actually 5 times 2, because this has times 2, which requires 2 coupon. Yeah, it depends on if you would like to use a coupon on this one or not, but because I only have 2 additional coupon left, I will just go for this one here, because Terra is kind of hard to find. So let me just use my coupon on it. Yeah, you will need a lot of Territes to upgrade your equipment when you reach a certain level, so make sure that you save some Territes because right now I'm kind of lack of Territes. Okay, back to the topic. If you see the grade 4 bosses here, what you can do is if you click on the info, this is how you can get the star aura to upgrade your heart. So this is one of the ways. And money mem shop is kind of hard to get as well. Shop of course is kind of like using diamond for it, but I don't think it's worth. So the best way is to farm it at adventure boss. Yeah, and also the fuse post is just by luck itself. So adventure boss is always the guaranteed way to get the star aura here. And the thing that I would say is on the weapon itself and also the equipment. So on the weapon and the equipment itself, a lot of you guys actually asking, should I go for 3-star or the 4-star? Hey, I got some 4-star, should I just use the 4-star instead? Which is something that I also did wrongly last time. So what you can do is, if you see on, let's say, the accessory itself, so I have a 3-star accessories and I upped it to 4-star. So every stars counts that. So what you can do is, you can see right now I'm having the 3-star accessories here, and the thing is that I could awaken my 3-star easily, and awakening and equipment itself, it actually gives you extra awakening effect, which is kind of strong, and it also boosts up CP of the equipment or weapon itself. So when you click on the awakening tier, you could see how it turns out to adding much more benefit to it. So this is because we are still quite early in the game itself, and getting 4-star weapon is kind of hard for us, or else if you have like really good luck at getting the same weapon itself and use for awakening 4-star, yes, go for the 4-star as the equipment, because if you see my earring itself, the CP is actually quite low if compared to this one, and because I do not have the awakening effect, it's no matter 3 or 4-star itself. When you 3-star up to 4-star, you could use the gem itself. So gem is also one of the things that you should focus, which I will say in the next one. So yeah, so bottom line, go for the 3-star. If your 3-star have high awakening, I would say go for the, you still continue use for the 3-star. If you have any kind of like additional varnish, then of course just put that varnish into your 4-star. So you can see I did not equip my 4-star weapon because the CP there is quite less, and I could not enjoy the awakening effect there. So this is one of the things that I would recommend using 3-star, awakening those, and by the time if you get enough of 4-star, you awakening your 4-star, and the enhancement can be transferable. So enhancement transferable things, let me just go to the equipment again, if I click on polish. So enhancements is kind of simple. So if you have a weapon, let's say this one is +7, and what I can do is to oh sorry, it's actually the transfer, sorry, it should be the transfer page. Yeah, not a good sample. Let me just unlock it first. How do I unlock my weapon? To go to the weapon page to unlock. Okay, let's say this one is I did not unlock this one. So what you can do for the enhanced transfer is basically, let's say I have a +2 here and I have a +6 here, I can directly use the +6 put into the +2. Oh, even if it's locked, you still can use the transfer. But one thing that you will need to note is that once it has transferred over, this weapon will be destroyed. So what I will suggest on the enhanced transfer is that you add something onto the 1 star first. So if you have any kind of 1 star, add it to the 1 star, up it to plus 30 and transfer it over to the pro weapon that you have. And by doing this as well, you can actually accomplish some of the collections here. Equipment enhance. No, not yet. Yep, this one here. So once you have a plus 10 kind of things here, you can just get additional CP. So I would suggest that you enhance the 1 star item to plus 30 and then swap it over to a different element. Swap. After you have done more than 1 star, transfer it to a 2 star, then 3 star and 4 star. That's how you do the things itself. But if let's say so, yeah, that's actually a way to do the transfer, because in this way you could actually save up to maybe damaging your to prevent damaging to your main weapon, and also completing this piece of codex collections here. This is about the equipment piece, and then I think that would be okay, back to the gem itself. So the gem itself is that if you have any kind of weapons, you can put it in the gem, and just make sure that you you just have to farm it at the chaos map, upgrade it, and then you can actually just power up it as well. And if you have reached 6 star itself, you can use the same gem and put it together to make it as a transcendent one. But then right now I would say just focus on getting 6 stars on each of the weapon, because this would definitely boost your attack and stuff in it. So it gave me 2600 CP for this one here. And the place that you can farm the gem is of course at the chaos gate itself. Go to challenge, sorry, it's chaos field. So go into the Asian ruins, and you can see that which ones actually drop the gem, like this one here. So you just have to park it there. And talk about the gem and coming into the chaos field. So one of the myths is that everyone's saying that hey, we can farm Territe in the chaos field, and some of the players actually feel that why is my Territe farming is that low? So the funny fact about the Territe is that of course if you choose saying the floor tree itself, so right now my current CP of course is I could go floor tree easily, but then the thing is that if you go floor tree, it's all about the killing speed. So the Territe drop rate is based on the mobs, let's say 1000 mobs drop 1 Territe. So if your killing speed at floor 2 is much more faster, why not just choose the floor 2 but not going to the floor 3? So this is what I did here. I went to the floor 2, so choosing the mobs level, let's say 50, because right now my level is 55, so I have the 8 level gap benefit. I mean, not more than 8. Choose some mobs that is lower than you, but not too much. 8 level is the baseline, so if you are exceeding more than 8 levels towards to that mobs, of course you cannot get prize, which is one of it is the Territe and also the gem itself. Choose something that is easily killed. So right now I'm in here, and you can see that my Territe farming from yesterday reset, I actually get around 60 Territes here, and this 60 Territes is something that I gained since yesterday around like after the field boss. So 11 p.m. my time. After the field boss is around like 12 a.m. and until now is 10 a.m. 10 hours of farming, I could get around like 60 Territes in floor 2. So it's not saying that floor 3 level the level of the mobs is higher chance of dropping the Territe. That is correct, but the killing speed is also one of the important facts we should focus is because if you go to higher level mobs itself, so let's say right now my level is higher than the mobs, so the evasions and also the defense of the mobs towards to my character is actually lower. That's where I could deal more damage to them and it kills faster. But then if I go into the floor 3 itself, let me just go to floor 3. Okay, so the baseline is 55 level. Yes, I have achieved it. So by defeating this one, of course, I could get I do not have much gap on the evasions and the defense from the mob itself. Then higher level mobs, of course, having higher HP as well. Higher HP, higher defense makes you your killing speed actually lower. That's why I would suggest even you can go to floor 3, do not go to floor 3 because floor 2 will definitely make it. And unless if you are 58 level, so if you are 58 level, of course floor 2 is something that no longer applies to you because you could not get all the prizes here. So this, yeah, I hope this is actually clear enough. And also by aiming all these mobs here, you get pieces, the magic page. So some of you guys actually asked about the skills itself. So for the skills itself, if you click on the character skills, you will see there's the special skills. How to unlock all these kind of things is that you will need to get the skill books itself. So you can get it from the drop. So this is actually from other or shop. Not a good sample. And let's see this one here. So this one here, of course, you could get it from the metal exchange. So some of the move actually you can purchase it from here, but some of it is actually using the passive skills book to claim it. Let me just go back that page. So you have some of it is actually using the passive skill book. You can buy it from the shop itself, or maybe you can buy it from the traveling merchant. And traveling merchant is actually exchanging the books. So by getting this book itself, you need to farm the pages, and the pages is something that you can obtain from the mobs here, which let me just quickly click on the mob. It depends on if you want to farm from the gem itself or the mobs itself. So you can see this one, the chaos spirit, it drops the dark magic page. So if let's say you get 30 pieces of this one, you can exchange it to a book. And how you can exchange it is actually at the traveling merchant. So make sure that you check out the traveling merchant every 2 hours, and it will appear somewhere in the map for sure. So let's say this one here, right now it appears here. So just go and browse around if he has the dark kind of book that available at his store. So this is how you exchange for the skills and put it into your skills bar. So I'm kind of lucky enough to directly get a skill book drop from the mobs. So you can see I have the third skills here. the mobs just directly drop me a book. That is something possible, but then usually what they drop is just the skill book page itself, and you will need to go to the traveling merchant to kind of find out if you could actually get it. So, or maybe what you can do is just to go to the channel 1 around the money mem's shop. There will be a lot of players actually trading the pages itself. Let's say I have 24 page, I still need 3 page of this one. Maybe I could just use my fire page to exchange for the earth page here. So this is some kind of things that you can do. And yeah, I think this will be all for this guide here, from 300k CP to 400k, and I hope this guide is helpful for you guys, and thanks for watching. So remember to subscribe and like this channel.